You think you know what a secret agent looks like. You imagine tailored tuxedos, expensive sports cars, and loud explosions. You imagine walking into a casino and ordering a famous drink. That is a Hollywood myth designed to distract you. The real agency does not want handsome heroes who stand out in a crowd. The real agency wants ghosts. They want people who are entirely forgettable. True espionage is not about loud action. It is about quiet manipulation. It is about exploiting human weakness, blackmail, and absolute deception. A real agent can topple a government without firing a single weapon. You are not a superhero. You are a tool used to shape global history in the dark, and the deeper you go, the more of your own soul you have to erase. This is the true hierarchy of the world's most secretive intelligence agency. Every promotion brings you closer to the world's darkest secrets. Welcome to the shadows. Level 1. The recruit. You don't apply for this job. They find you. You are 24 years old, scoring at the absolute top of your university class. You have no living relatives, no attachments, and a genius-level IQ. A man in a gray suit approaches you at a quiet coffee shop. He offers you an opportunity to serve your country off the grid. You agree, and your old life is officially erased. You are sent to Camp Peary, Virginia, a classified training facility known as the Farm. For 6 months, they break your mind down and rebuild it. You learn how to lose a tail in a crowded city. You learn how to pick complex locks in under 10 seconds. You learn how to withstand aggressive psychological interrogation. They put you in a freezing room for 2 days and demand a confession. You refuse to break. You stick to your fake story flawlessly. Most importantly, you learn how to lie to anyone without your heart rate increasing. Deception becomes your primary language. You are taught how to spot human vulnerabilities. Everyone has a weakness: money, ideology, ego, or secrets. Your job is to find that crack and completely break the person open. On graduation day, there is no ceremony and no applause. You are simply handed a new passport with a name you have never heard before. You look in the mirror, but you no longer see the student you used to be. You are an operative now. Your first assignment is waiting for you in Eastern Europe. The real game begins today. Level 2. The handler. You are 28. You are operating under official cover. You have a fake title as a cultural attaché at the US Embassy. If you are caught spying, you have diplomatic immunity. They will just deport you. It is relatively safe. Your mission is to recruit a foreign intelligence officer to work for the US. You spend 3 months identifying the perfect target. You find a mid-level defense minister who has a massive secret gambling debt. He owes money to a dangerous local syndicate, and he is terrified. This is the crack in his armor. You casually bump into him at an upscale diplomatic reception. You offer him a light for his cigar and introduce yourself. Over the next month, you build a carefully constructed friendship. You invite him to expensive dinners and let him complain about his life. Then, you spring the trap. You sit him down in a quiet park and place an envelope on the bench. Inside is enough cash to completely erase his gambling debt. You tell him the money is a gift from your government, but in exchange, you need a small favor: just a schedule of troop movements. He sweats, he panics, but he looks at the money and agrees. You have just turned a foreign intelligence officer into an active asset. For the next 2 years, he feeds you highly classified military secrets. He takes all the risk, and you take all the credit at headquarters. You are an expert puppet master. But you are about to lose your safety net. Level 3. The Ghost. You are 33. You transition to non-official cover, known as NOC. You are stripped of your diplomatic immunity. You are completely on your own in a hostile nation. If the enemy catches you, the US government will legally deny you exist. You will be interrogated, tortured, and thrown into a dark hole forever. Your new legend is that you are a wealthy international tech investor. You arrive in a hostile capital to infiltrate a restricted government server facility. You do not carry weapons. Your tools are cash and USB drives. You identify the chief security architect of the facility. You don't bribe him, you blackmail him with photos of an illicit affair. He quietly disables the perimeter alarms for exactly 4 minutes at midnight. You slip through the fence like a shadow. You bypass the biometric scanners using cloned data from a stolen phone. You reach the main server room. The cooling fans are deafening. You plug a highly advanced extraction drive into the mainframe. A progress bar slowly crawls across your screen. 80%, 90%. Suddenly, you hear heavy boots echoing down the hallway. A security patrol is early. Your heart pounds in your throat. The download finishes. You rip the drive out. You hide in the ceiling ventilation shaft just as the guards enter the room. They shine flashlights directly below you, but they see nothing. You escape into the freezing night with an entire nation's defense plans in your pocket. You walk back to your luxury hotel, order room service, and smile. You are a ghost, and the thrill is becoming incredibly addictive. Level 4, the Saboteur. You are 38. Stealing information is no longer enough. The agency needs you to physically break the enemy's capabilities. A hostile nation is building a secret underground nuclear enrichment facility. An airstrike would start a global war, so the problem requires a scalpel. You are the scalpel. You enter the country disguised as a maintenance contractor. Your objective is to introduce a highly aggressive digital worm into their closed network. The network is air-gapped. It has no connection to the internet. The only way in is to physically plug a device into a specific terminal. You spend weeks mapping the patrol routes of the heavily armed guards. You discover a 10-second blind spot in the camera rotation near the water pumps. You infiltrate the facility during a shift change. You navigate the dark concrete tunnels deep underground. You reach the pump control terminal and wait for the camera to turn. 1, 2, 3. You insert the flash drive. The malicious code infects the industrial controllers instantly. It is designed to spin the heavy centrifuges so fast that they shatter, but the monitoring screens are hacked to show everything is perfectly normal. You walk out of the facility showing your fake badge at the gate. 2 hours later, you are sitting on a commercial flight headed to Geneva. As the plane takes off, deep underground, the centrifuges tear themselves apart. Millions of dollars of equipment and years of research are reduced to toxic scrap metal. The enemy government is humiliated and confused. You just prevented a nuclear crisis, and nobody will ever know your name. Level 5, the Eraser. You are 42. You reach the absolute apex of field operations. You are part of the Special Activities Center, the tip of the spear. When diplomacy fails and sabotage is not enough, they send you. Your job is to permanently remove human obstacles. A high-ranking terrorist financier is operating out of a luxury hotel in Dubai. You are ordered to handle the target, but it must look completely natural. No tools, no loud noises, no evidence. You infiltrate the hotel staff as a room service waiter. You prepare his evening tea. You introduce a microscopic, undetectable compound into the cup. It is engineered to mimic a massive, sudden heart failure. You knock on his penthouse door and deliver the tray with a polite smile. You walk down the hallway and step into the elevator. As the elevator doors close, the target takes his first sip. Before you reach the ground floor lobby, he is already asleep forever. The local authorities investigate the room hours later. The coroner rules it a natural tragedy caused by stress and age. The financier's network collapses without him. You eliminated a global threat using nothing but a teacup. The agency deposits a massive bonus into a hidden offshore account. You sit on a beach drinking a cold beer, but your mind is dark. You have removed so many obstacles that you forgot what it feels like to be human. You are a reaper in a tailored suit, but your ultimate mission is about to make you a target yourself. Level 6. The Architect. You are 48. You do not just remove single individuals anymore. You are tasked with dismantling an entire hostile government. The agency sends you to a volatile South American nation. You operate as a wealthy political consultant with unlimited dark money. Your mission is to organize and fund a massive revolution. You quietly funnel millions of dollars to rebel factions. You use advanced cyber tools to manipulate the country's social media. You spread rumors, organize protests, and cripple their banking system. You sit in a luxury penthouse, moving millions of angry citizens like pawns. The streets below you erupt into absolute chaos. The dictator's military begins to fracture. Generals take your bribes and switch sides. On day 40, the capital city falls. The hostile government flees the country in the middle of the night. You step out onto your balcony, watching the city burn and celebrate. A new US-friendly government is immediately installed. You single-handedly reshaped the geopolitical map of the world. But during the operation, you accessed heavily restricted intelligence files. You discover that the agency is funding the exact same cartels they claim to fight. The corruption goes all the way to the highest directors in Washington. You download the encrypted files onto a hidden drive as an insurance policy. You know too much. You hold the darkest secrets of the empire. Your handler calls you on a secure line. His voice is cold. He tells you to come into a secure facility for a debriefing. You recognize the tone. It is a trap. Level 7. The Burn Notice. You are officially designated as a rogue asset, a severe liability. In a matter of seconds, your agency burns your entire existence. Your passports are flagged. Your offshore bank accounts are drained to zero. Your safe houses are raided by tactical strike teams. You are now the most wanted man on the planet, hunted by your own creators. You skip the debriefing and immediately go on the run. A team of elite cleaners, agents exactly like you, is sent to handle you. They track you to a crowded train station in Berlin. You spot them immediately. You know their tactics because you wrote the manual. You don't run. You lead them into the narrow maintenance tunnels. In the dark, the master operative goes to work against his own. You use the environment, disable their communications, and disarm them. You leave the strike team tied up and humiliated in the dark. You walk out of the station and disappear into the freezing rain. You use your hidden insurance drive to access untraceable crypto funds. You buy a completely clean identity from an underground broker. You realize you can never stop moving. If you stay in one city for more than a month, the agency algorithms will find you. You have no country, no name, and no friends. You are a ghost haunting the edges of the world. You sit in a small cafe in a forgotten mountain town. You watch the snow fall, waiting for a shadow that might never come. You were the most dangerous weapon the Empire ever built, and now the weapon is forever loose in the wild.